Good morning, everyone. I hope you all doing really well today and feeling fresh and ready to learn something new. First of all, thank you so much for joining the session. I'm really happy to see you here. It means a lot that you are taking time to improve your English skills. Let me warmly welcome each of you today's class. I hope the sessions will be useful, interesting, and also enjoyable for you all. Before we begin, let me introduce myself in a little more detail. My name is M. Srivasha and from Wells School of Maritime Studies. I have a strong interest in English teaching, especially grammar, because grammar is the backbone of communication. Without grammar, we may know words, but we can't use them properly. So, I believe that learning English should not be stressful. It should be simple, practical, and something you can use in daily life. I also enjoy interacting with students by asking questions and making class more engaging rather than just one-way teaching. Today I don't want this to be just my class. I want this to be our class where all of you participate, think, and just respond. So don't worry about making mistakes. This is a learning space, and mistakes are always welcome here because they help us grow, right? Then, uh, by the end of the session, I want each one of you feel a little more confident than before. So let's learn together, support each other, and enjoy the session. So the first day, let me introduce the parts of speech. That is, today we are going to see the topic is parts of speech. Now, uh, let me ask you one simple question. That is, what is a sentence? What is a sentence? Yes, very good. A sentence is a group of words that gives complete meaning, right? Okay, but have you ever know how do we form a sentence correctly? Good. We don't just put random words together, right? We arrange words in a proper order. Each words in a sentence has a specific role of functions, and those roles are called parts of speech, right? Now, mm, let me see the examples, right? Okay. The first example is she runs fast. Here, each word is doing a different job, right? So now I'll ask you another question to you, that is, do you think all words in English are the same? No, they are different based on functions, right? Then parts of speech are like building blocks of language. If you understand them, you can form a better, which means a sentence, right? So without understanding this, communication becomes confusing. So today we are going to learn these building blocks step by step. So let me start this sentence. The topic is parts of speech. Is a which means IMUCET. The topic is Building Strong English Communication Skills, presented by M. Srivasha, Wells School of Maritime Studies. Now just move to the other slide. That is, parts of speech are categorized of words based on their functions in a sentence. So totally the parts of speech is 8 main features are they. That is, the first one is noun, second pronoun, third verb, fourth adjective, fifth adverb, sixth preposition, seventh conjunction, which means eighth interjection. So now let me see the other slide. Before we start the session, and I'm going to share one mimer for you. These are all the keywords which we have to memorize in our day to life. Okay, so let me start with the first part, that is parts of speech. The first one is noun. Always noun represent the person, place, thing, right? The person example is cat. Place example is school. Thing example is teacher, right? Then second one, pronouns. Place a noun. She, he, they. Verb represent a action or state. Run, jump, is. Then adjectives describes a noun. The first thing is big, blue, happy. Then adverbs modifies a verb. Quickly, very, perfect. Great. Then prepositions show proportion in the sense in, on, order. Then interjection. Interjections is that always express the emotions like wow, hey. Then coming back to the next topic, that is conjunction. Conjunctions represent the third words, which means and, but, or. So these are all the 8 parts of speech and along with the keywords. Now let me see the another slide, that is noun. A noun is the name of a person, place, thing, or idea. Examples: person, Rahul, teacher; place, Chennai, school; thing, book, home; idea, happiness, freedom. Now let me see the let's start with the first part of speech, that is now in the in-depth of meaning. So let me start this session. I'll ask one question to you, that is, what is now? Do you have any idea about this related to now? That's right. A noun is the name of a person, place, animal, or thing, right? For example, teacher, Chennai, dog, book. So these are all the words belongs to the noun category, right? Okay. Can you give me one example of a noun? Good. Now let's start. Look at a sentence. The first question is, the boy is playing. Here, which is representing as noun. Amazing. Boy. Here is a boy is that noun. Then nouns are very important because they tell us who or what we are talking about, right? So let me start with another question to you. Is school a noun? Yes, because it is a place, right? It represents what? Place. Let me ask you another question. That is happiness a noun? Yes, it is an abstract noun. It represents what? Feeling. So, nouns can be things we see and also things we feel, right? Now, let me see the other example, which means our slide, that is pronoun. A pronoun replaces a noun. Examples: I, you, he, she, it, we, they. Let's move to the pronoun. As we said in later, before we start this other topic, always I start with a question. Why do we use pronouns? Do we have any idea about it? Yes, well said answer. Because we don't want to repeat nouns again and again, right? Example is a boy. Ravi is playing. Ravi is happy. Is it right? No, isn't right. The right answer is, for instead of using this, keep on repeating the same as Ravi. Instead of this, we can use it. Ravi is a boy. He is playing. He is happy. That is the right thing. So we supposed to not use the regular days as the word Ravi, Ravi in all the cases. Once if we use this Ravi, that is okay. But afterwards, we have to use the name as he. Like Ravi is a boy. He is playing. He is happy. That is the right answer. So, what is pronoun? Good. A pronoun replaces what? Noun. Examples: he, she, it. they, we. Let me start with another question. Which pronoun can be used for any term? Yes, she. The next question, which pronoun for dogs? Good, they. Pronouns make sentence smoother and easier. So now you guys have some idea what is what, right? Let me move to another slide, that is verb. A verb shows action or state. Examples: run, eat, sleep, is, are. Um, the question is, what is a verb? Do you have any idea about a related verb? Let me share. A verb is an action word. Example: run, eat, write, speak. Let me see the sentence for this related to verb. The first example is she runs fast. She runs fast. Here, what is the verb here? Runs is the verb. Good. And can we move to another question now? Can a sentence exist without a verb? No, because sentence needs an action or state. Right. So let me move to another example. That is, they are happy. Here, where is the adverb here? Or. Here, or is also a verb. So verbs can show action or state. So can you tell me one action word? Great. That's a verb. Now let's move to the another slide, that is adjective. Question. Why does an adjective do? Which means what does an adjective do? It describes a noun. Good. So let me see the example now. A beautiful flower, right? So next question. What is the adjective here? Beautiful. Beautiful is the adjective. Good. Adjectives give more information. Example, he has a big house. Here, what is the adjective here? Big, because tells us more about the house. So that is what represent as big as adjective here, right? So can you describe your friend using one word here? Nice, smart, kind. All the words belongs to what? Adjectives. Adjectives make sentence more interesting, right? So let me see the other example, which means on the slide, that is adverb. Before we start the session, we repeat the other question now. That is, what does an adverb describe? Good. It describes a verb. Let me see one example now. She runs quickly. She runs quickly. Here, what is the adverb here? Yes, quickly is the adverb. Adverbs tells us how, when, where something happens, right? So let me see the other example, that is, he speaks loudly. Here, how does he speak? Does he speak low? No, he loudly speak. That is the answer is loudly. So that is the adverb here. So many adverbs ends with ly. Okay. So now let's see the other slide, that is preposition. Choose relation between noun and other words. Example, in, on, under, between, behind. Uh, what is preposition? What do you know about it? Sounds good. It shows position or relation. Now we'll see the examples. In, on, under, between. Examples. The book is on the table. Here, what is the preposition here? On the table, right? So let me see the other example, that is the cat is under the chair, right? Then prepositions helps us understand location. I repeat, prepositions helps us understand location. We'll move to the another slide, that is conjunction. Joins to words or sentence. Examples, and, but, because, or. So basically, conjunction represent the connecting words, right? So what does the conjunction do in the sense? It joins words or sentence. There is a major role which the conjunction is going to be play. Let me see the examples now. And, but, because. Example, I like tea and coffee. Here, what is the adjective here, which means, what is the conjunction over here? And. And is connecting the words, right? Let me see the other example. She was tired but happy. Here, what is the joining word here? But. Exactly. Conjunctions connect ideas. Next, we'll move to the other session, that is interjection. Expresses sudden emotion. Examples, wow, hope, oops, hey. Example, if we are getting very very happy or very excited, we always use these types of words, right? Like wow, hope, oops, hey. These words shows that we expressing the emotions. What is interjection? It shows emotions. Um, what is, which means what feels, does, wow, show. Good. Surprise or excitement. Interjections are used in informal communications, right? So these are all the basic rules for the parts of speech. Now let me see the importance of parts of speech. Okay, so I hope you all visible to the slide. Why parts of speech are important? These are the four important points, that is helps us form correct sentence. That is your first sentence. Second point, improve speaking and writing skills. Makes communication clear and effective. That is your third point. And fourth point is helps in understanding grammar easily. So these are all the 4 points. The main features belongs to the parts of speech. Then next slide, that is types of nouns. The first part that we just know the basic of nouns. Now we are just going to see the types of nouns. Here also that I added 5 points for you. The first point is proper noun. Example, India, Chennai. Second point, common noun, city, boy. Third point, collective noun. Example, team, group. Fourth point, abstract noun. Example, love, happiness. Fifth point, material noun. Example, gold, water. Next slide. Here, types of pronouns. As the same as that I included as 5 points here. The first point is personal. He, she, they. Second point is possessive. His, her, their. Third point, reflexive. Myself, yourself. Fourth point, demonstrative. Is, that. Interrogative, who, what. These are all the four types of pronouns which we have to be very clear. The next slide. Types of verbs. Action verb. Here, run, eat. Helping verbs is, or, have. Linking verbs. Here, what I mentioned, the linking verbs here is, right. Second one, see. Third, become. Very good. Examples, she is happy. Here, what is the word linking verb here? Is. Is a linking verb. Good. We'll move to the another slide, that is types of adjectives. Here that I gave 4 examples for you. The one is descriptive. Example, beautiful, tall. Second point is quantity. Example, some, many. Third example, number, 1, 2. Demonstrative, is, that. These are all the 4 points which I gave you as important for the types of adjectives. Coming back to the next slide, that is types of adverbs. There are 4 types of adverbs here. The first one is manner. Example, quickly, slowly. Time. Example, now, yesterday. Place. Example, here, there. Frequency, always, often. Next example, that is prepositions usages, right? So here shows prepositions or directions. Like example, in, on, at, under, between. For example, the book is on the table. Next slide. Types of conjunctions. Coordinating and but or subordinating. Because although the types of interjections. Here that I mentioned 2 points here, that is show emotions. Example, as we discussed in previous concept, that is wow, who, hey. Then we'll move to the sentence breaking activity. We'll start now. Okay. Example sentence which I gave you for here. The smart boy quickly solved the problem. Now you guys just break the sentence here. Let me guys take some time to clear this problem. They represent what? Article. Good. Smart represent what? Adjective. Good. Boy represent what? Noun. Quickly represent what? Adverb. Solve represent what? Verb. Problem represent what? Noun. That's great. So these are all the sentence breakdown activity which I gave for you. And we'll move to the another slide, that is error correction slides. I'll ask you one question, that is he run very fastly. He run very fastly. Take some time here. What is the error I gave you for here? Good. He runs very fast. Here, what is the error? In question, we fail to add yes for runs and we omit the ly in fastly. Okay, so the answer is he runs very fast. That is the right answer. Good. We'll move to the common mistake zone. That is confusing adjectives and adverb, wrong verb usage, missing prepositions. These are all the three common mistakes we usually uh, doing the same mistakes in our day-to-day life. I repeat the three topic. Just listen carefully. The first one is confusing adjective and adverb. Second one is wrong verb usage. Third topic is missing prepositions. Let me see the other topic, that is tips to learn easily. Here that I gave 4 points for you to learn easily. The first one is practice daily. Read English books. Third, make your own sentence. Fourth, speak confidently. These are all the tips to learn easily. Then, quick revision. Here that I segregate the 2 points here. That is one is part, the other one is function. Now, let's see the quick revisions here. Now, naming words. Pronoun replaces noun. Verb, adjective, verb, action. Adjective describes a noun. Adverb describes a verb. Preposition shows relation. Conjunction joins words. So, coming back to the last one, that is introduction, emotions. These are all the quick revisions part for you. And now we just coming to the quiz time. I'll ask one question to you. You guys have to answer now. Take some time to think and let me know your answers. Okay, the first question is she sings beautifully. Here you have to find out the adverb. Second question, the boy is happy. You guys identify the adjective here. Third question, I liked apples and oranges. Here, you guys have to identify the conjunction. Wow, that's a great. Here, you guys have to identify the interjection. Take some time to answer my questions. Amazing, guys. You guys' answers me very impressive. The first answer is what? I'll show the answer here. Guys, just correct your answers. She sings beautifully. Here, what is that verb? Beautifully. Good. Second question. The boy is happy. What is that? The adjective here? Happy. Third question. I like apples or oranges. What is the conjunction here? And. Fourth question. Wow, that's a great. What is the interjection here? Wow, amazing, guys. These are all the questions which you guys answered is right. Let me see the another interactive activity. Identify the parts of speech. I'll give the sentence now. Small boy, the small boy quickly ran to the park. I'll repeat the question. The small boy quickly ran to the park. Here, what is the parts of speech here? Just mention over it. Yeah, take some time. Small represent what? Adjective. Boy represent what? Good. Noun. Quickly represent what? Adverb. Ran represent what? Verb. Park represent what? Noun. Amazing. Then I forgot to tell you one slide that is transitive and intransitive verbs. Transitive verbs, which means needs object. Example, she reads a book, right? Intransitive, that is, there is no object. For example, is she sleeps. So here, what is she reading here? Good, because it's transitive, right? Because it's need object. That is what. Then degrees of comparison, like adjectives. Positive, tall. Comparative, taller. Superlative, tallest. Let me see the examples now. Ram is tall. Ravi is taller. Raju is tallest. Right? So these are all the words belong to the degrees of comparisons. Shortly we called it as adjectives. Then we'll move to the articles part, that is A and D. A, it represent what? Gender. A boy. And represent what? Vowel sound, that is an apple. D represent what? Specific, that is the sun. Then we'll move to the next one, that is determinants, like some, any, much, many, few. Examples, I have some books. I have some books. These words belongs to determines. Here, some is the determines one. So let me analyze the short form for the parts of speech in a sentence and for the analyzing purpose. That is, she quickly runs to school. Break the sentence. I repeat the question. Just listen carefully and take some time to just solve the problem. Question is, she quickly runs to School. Good. She belongs to what? Pronoun. Quickly belongs to what? Adverb. Runs belong to what? Verb. To belong to what? Preposition. School belongs to what? Noun. Exactly. So now you guys somewhat know what is parts of speech, right? So now I'll ask you one fill in the blanks related to the parts of speech. Okay. The first topic is noun. Listen carefully. You guys have to tell the answer to me. This class will be very interactive. I hope this. The dash is barking loudly. What is the answer? Good. Dog. Second question. She bought a dash from the market. Whether it will be a even in your dress or fruit or whatever it is. Good. Dress. Third question. My dash is very kind. I repeat. My dash is very kind. What is the answer? It may be mother or teacher. Good. Fourth question. The dash shines brightly in the sky. Sun. Nice. Fifth question. We visited a beautiful. Yes. Park by please. Good. You guys are just outstanding. Coming back to the next one, that is pronoun. Ria is my friend. Dash is very helpful. She. That's nice. Second question. This is my book. It is dash. Mine. Good. Third question. Rahul and I are playing. Dash or happy. What is the answer here? We. Good. Fourth question. The dog hurt dash itself. Fifth question. Is this pen dash yours? Amazing, guys. Just keep rocking. Third question, which means the third slide. Topic is verb. Listen carefully. She dash to school every day. Goes. Good. They dash football in the evening. What is the answer here? Play. He dash a song beautifully. What is the answer here? Just think. Come on, cheer up. Sings. Amazing, guys. Just keep rocking. Go with this clue. We dash our homework yesterday. Yes, whether it will be a completed or did. Okay, so the next thing, which means next question, the baby dash loudly. Baby used to do one thing, that is whether it will be cries or laugh. We can just your take it as option like cries or laugh. Good. Coming back to the fourth topic, that is adjective. I need more attention from you guys. Just go with this flow. She is a dash girl. What is the answer here? Yes. Kind, but smart. Okay. We'll move to the second question. This is a flower. I repeat, this is a flower. Beautiful. Good. Third question. He saw a car, which means he saw a dash car. That is, whether it will be a big or new. Good. Fourth question. The movie was very dash. Nice. Interesting. Fifth question. It was a dash day. Good. Whether it will be a sunny or rainy. Good, good, guys. Just keep rocking. We'll move to the another slide. I hope you all know what is parts of speech. Throughout your answer, I can able to understand. You guys understand as much, right? Okay. The fifth topic is adverbs. First question. She runs. She runs. Quickly. Second question. He speaks. Yes, he speaks. Softly or clearly. Good. Third question. They completed the work. Yes, quickly. Fourth question. The baby slept. Dash. Peacefully. Good. Fifth question. She answered the question. The answer is correctly. Good. The next topic, that is prepositions. The first question. The book is dash the table. On. Good. Second question. She is sitting dash her friend. Whether it will be with or beside. Good. Third question. The cat is dash the chair. I repeat. The cat is dash the chair. What is the answer? Nice. Under. Fourth question. He walked the road. I repeat. He walked the road. What is the answer? Along. Good. Fifth question. The ball is dash the box. What is the answer? Yes. In. Coming back to the another slide, that is conjunction topic. First question. I was tired. Dash. I finished my work. What is the answer? As I said earlier, conjunction is what? joining words. So take some time. I really eagerly waiting for your answers now. I hope the sessions will be very useful for you. Answer is but. Good. Second question. She likes tea dash coffee. What is the answer? And good. Third question. He is poor dash honest. What is the answer? But. Good. Fourth question. Do you want tea dash juice? Here, what is the joining words here? Come on, think. You can do it. Or fifth question. She stayed at home dash she was sick. What is the answer? Come on, you can do it. Yes, the answer is because. Good. Then coming back to the eighth slide, which means the eighth question, that is article. We usually know articles we have to done with A and D, right? Using these three things, we just going to fill these answers. Okay. Let me start with the first question now. That is, she is dash honest girl. I repeat the question. She is dash honest girl. And good. Second question. I saw dash dog in the street. Nice. Third, dash sun rises in the east. I repeat, dash sun rises in the east. Great. The sun rises in the east. Good. Let me move to the fourth question. That is, he ate dash apples. An apple. Good. Fifth question. This is dash best way of my life. Come on, you can do it. D. Amazing, guys. So, this is the best days of my life. So, before we just, you guys answer my questions related to the particular topic. Now, I'm going to shuffle the topic and I'm going to repeat the questions now. Just listen carefully. Guys going to tell the answer now. Okay. We'll start. First question. The dash adjective boy runs dash adverb. Here, what is the answer? Come on, take some time. Tall. The tall adjective. Boy runs dash verb. After the runs. So before the runs, what is the answer? Quickly. Amazing. The tall adjective. Boy runs quickly. Adverb. Good. Second question. She dash verb a song. Come on, think. Sings. She sings verb Song. Good. That question. This is dash pronoun book. My book. Exactly. This is my pronoun book. Good. Fourth question. The cat is dash preposition. The table. What is the answer? Under or on. Next questions. I like tea. Conjunction coffee. Yes. And or. These are all the two options will going to be appear here. So I hope you guys understand the sessions better. Why did you choose that word? This helps them think and understand, not just memorize. I hope this understand what I'm just telling you this, right? So hope you guys came to the end of the session. To this, and as we come to this end of this sessions today, I want to talk to you not just as a teacher, but someone who truly believes in your ability to grow and success. Today, you didn't just learn grammar, you learned how language works, right? And this understanding will help you in speaking, writing, and expressing yourself confidently. I hope this. I know that sometimes grammar may feel difficult or confusing, but remember, every expert was once a beginner. Let me ask one question to you. What is one new thing you learned today? Maybe it is now or verb or how adjective describes things. I think so. That one small learning is a big step forward. Okay, so never be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes are not failures, they are signs that you are learning. Consistency is important than perfection. Even if you practice a little every day, you will improve. Try to observe English around you in conversations, movies, or reading books. And I just want to ask you another question. Can you try to identify parts of speech in a sentence today? Great. That is how real learning begins. Why you apply it and when you apply it. I'm really happy with your participations today. Your effort, your interest, and your willingness to learn are truly appreciated. Just keep believing in yourself, keep asking questions, keep practicing, and keep rocking. And most importantly, enjoy learning. So, thank you so much for being such a wonderful students. I'm really looking forward to seeing you all in the next sessions. Let's continue this journey together. Thank you.